Okay, today is September the 7th, Monday, and it's Labor Day. And I got the house running on the inverter. We're off grid right now. Of course, I got the AC turned off because I know it's not gonna run. I could try and see what it do with the inverter on. I might do that. So stand by. And here's the inverter hall monitor inside the house, and let's see how the status is. All right, we got 24.6 volts coming in from the battery bank. Remember, we got the solar on also through the FlexMax 80. 227 volts AC output going throughout this house right now. 20% load right now. All right, I'm gonna attempt to turn on the AC while we're off grid and see how my solar system can handle it. Let's do it. Temperature set accordingly, and here we go. Oh man, it's on. My inverter is running. Look at that. It's running. The AC is running off the grid right now. Let's see how my baby takes it. Oh man, check it out. 133 amps and 23.1 is being used. My FlexMax 80 is bringing in the power. I guess I can put both solar panels, all sets of solar panels on, so I'm gonna do that. So, hope it don't trip out my breaker. Oh yeah, it's running, as you can hear the fan running. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. It's running. They got the amps on that's been used from the inverter from both legs. 11.17 amps on the leg 2. Oh, my FlexMax 80 just tripped out. So turn it off. So let me turn on the FlexMax 80 again. As you can see, we'll just keep it on the single set of solar panels. It's coming on, as you can see, man. So we've been on right now for about 3 minutes on the AC. Fan is doing the job. My inverter, my baby. That's my baby doing this job with the AC on. My central air is on. It's drawing 134 amps at 23.3 volts from the battery bank. Check my breaker. Right now I got it running through the automatic circuit breaker. It's putting 23.9 volts in the battery bank from the solar array, from the solar panels through the FlexMax 80. Let's go see how it's doing with the AC. Oh, look. The air is so cold. It's coming out from the vent up here. The AC is running. Look at it's running. Running AC off the grid. It's the vent up here. You can hear the air blowing on my phone. It is doing it. Oh man, I'm so happy. I'm so proud. But I don't know how long this is gonna go on. If the inverter is gonna keep on running the AC. It's the time today. Let's see how it's doing. 133 amps, 23.4 volts. The FlexMax 80, as you can see, is bringing in the solar power to keep the charge in the batteries, and probably won't let me use both banks together to keep the batteries charged, keep tripping out and stuff. That's my baby. It's doing it. It's running the AC in the house. We're all off grid. It's doing it. It's doing it. I wonder how long. I got this breaker's kind of getting a little warm. It's normal. It's an automatic circuit breaker. But my baby's doing it. Oh man. Let me up the temperature a little bit. Go out here. Look at this. Oh man, my baby is running. The AC is actually running off the inverter, running off grid right now. Running off the inverter on Labor Day. That's proof. Don't know how long it's gonna be running off the inverter. At this point in time, I'll probably just leave it on and see. I just hope it don't trip out this breaker, as you can see right now. Oh man, my baby's doing it in my FlexMax 80 solar panels. It's keeping it up, keeping the charge up in the batteries, and man, it's doing a great thing today. It's gonna make my day. Everybody's day today. As long as the system keeps on doing like it's doing, it's gonna do it. Just in case lights and stuff go out, we can run the AC off grid if the inverter don't overheat and turn off. Oh man, this makes me so proud. All right, yeah, still running. I'm testing the bar temperature. It's pretty warm though. Pretty warm. Is oh man, check this. This 500 amp shunt. It's not hot, it's just warm. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. These cables are warm. Switch is warm. It is. These cables are warm. Kind of hot in the switch though. And that's, I guess that's normal. This automatic circuit breaker is alright. I hope it don't trip out though, you know. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. So right now, it's still at 133 amps at 23.5 volts from the battery bank going through being used through the inverter. As you can see, let's see how she runs. I'll put this fan up here, something kind of cool off the wire. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Yes indeed, these breakers, they're okay, you know. It is run. My baby is running the AC, the central AC. That's what I'm talking about here on Labor Day. Oh man, and my FlexMax 80 is keeping up with the charge in the battery. As you can see, 24.1 volts going in the battery bank, 17.9 amps, 18 amps, 59.2 volts at 7.7 amps coming in. Right now, we've been on for about 10 minutes. It is running great. As you can see, the temperature is catching up. I just want to see how long it's gonna keep running the AC. As you can see, I got my temperature gauge right here. I'm gonna test the temperature. Right now, running the AC off grid. We're getting 67, 8 degrees coming out the vent. Oh man, it's working. 65 degrees. 63 degrees. The AC is on. You can hear the wind blowing on the phone. Let me test the wires and stuff. Okay, it's 88 to 94 degrees on the wire. 92. The switch is at 92. I got the fan on it, keeping it cool, and on the automatic circuit breaker, 167, 145 degrees, 166 degrees, 71. These wires here, 103, bus bar 103, and this power switch for the battery is 100 degrees. And if I keep the fan on it, on this 500 amp shunt, got 97, 105, the cable 103, and the cable going to the battery bank and the Anderson plug down there. 90, 110, 100. Oh man, with the fan that's keeping them cool. Just gonna turn the valve. The terminals for the inverter are quite cool. 94, 98. Right here at the joint 103. It's handling pretty well, I believe. How about the breaker for the FlexMax 80 is at 97, 96, 97. It's doing great. It's gonna be a great video for Labor Day. Run the whole house and the AC off my baby right here. Oh yeah, this automatic circuit breaker is hot though. So I got this fan going on it to cool it down because it's right now from this temperature gauge it is at 167 degrees, 173. That sucker's hot though. But the fan is keeping it cooled down and stuff, as you can see. Oh man. But running the AC, this is the most critical area right here because it gets hot there, you know. Especially this 300 amp breaker, automatic circuit breaker. And right now we got 128 amps going through it right now. It's not enough to trip it until it gets probably close to 300 amps though. I could put on this side though, but I think it might trip off on this one. I don't know. Let's put 300 amps also, just in case either one failed. I can always put to the other, you know, from this switch right here. All my other videos I did, trying to run the AC off of this, the inverter would trip out though. Wherever I did, something I did, it's continuing to run the AC at this time. We have them cutting off a bit. It's keeping up with the charge controller, FlexMax 8 charge controller, keeping the batteries charged. This is running off both the batteries and the solar panels on one set. I'm gonna see how long it's gonna continue to run, as long as the fans keep running in it and don't overheat or nothing. It's gonna keep doing it. Alright. Right now being over 10 minutes with the AC on. Man. Here's my hall monitor. Let's see. Oh man, 23.4 volts. We're at 50% right now in the inverter. 229 volts coming out the inverter. Oh man, it is really doing it. 51%. And this is with the AC on. This inverter have never been pushed this far before. But I'm really pushing it. This is the whole house with the central AC on it right now. Alright, the central AC just cycled off right now. The house is cool enough, so let's give a chance for the batteries to charge back up and everything for the next round. That's what I'm talking about. Right now we're at 22.8 amps, 24.9 volts going through the inverter right now, charging up my batteries and everything. Right now we're still off the grid, and we're gonna see how long it's gonna charge the batteries and what it's gonna do when it turns back on again to cool the house. All right, 25 volts going to the battery bank. Using 20% off the inverter. 231 volts from the inverter. The batteries are charging up while the central AC has cycled off. We're still going. Alright, I turned the solar selection to both arrays, kind of charge up the batteries and see what it does before the AC. Oh, here we go. We're back on again. Oh man. We are back on again. The AC is on again. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. We are doing it. If this inverter just keep doing this and we have a power outage, we have no problem. Yeah, the AC just suckered on. Man, my inverter took it like a champ. Top of 73 degrees, gonna cool back down to 72 and cycle back off again. My baby is working. I wonder how much the surge was. We might go off this today, you know. Oh man. This is a test with the AC on again. About 1 hour. This is power. 13.4 amps on one leg and 11 amps on the other leg. I could check my employer home monitoring system to see. Let's see. Alright, the inverter is running and I'm going to look on my employer view home monitoring system and see how much we are actually drawing from the inverter. As you can see, I'm tapped on the main right there. And tap on the seconds. I see a spike there. Right now, we are drawing almost 3,000 from the inverter itself to run this whole house and the AC. Pretty much the same as with the grid on. That's half of the inverter power, because this is a 6,000 watt inverter running off of 24 volts. You see that spike? Let's go to another. This here. The outdoor AC unit is drawing 2,182 watts from the inverter. Just the outdoor unit with the compressor. Let's check the furnace up in the attic. See how much it's drawing. That's 259 amps from the inverter. It is doing it. Let's go back right here and go to the main again. We are using. We've been on for an hour. But right here, still the sound was 3,000 watts. As you can see, it's counting down and everything. My employer view. Got that fire burning for Labor Day, everybody. It's gonna get a little some rain. And being off grid. It's great. It's great to have a system in your house. Solar panel, a wind turbine, all working together to run the whole house in the AC. Alright, I just turned on my wind turbine for the system because it's cloudy outside, couldn't get rid of the rain. And I got both panels on my solar array in the backyard and bringing in, as you can see, about 20 watts. It's getting ready to rain. Now I got my wind turbine to help put the charge in the batteries a little bit since we got a storm coming in outside. Here's the status. Voltage of the batteries going down, but it's time to keep at least something going in. Alright, here's my hall monitor. I'm gonna see how much the status is right now. The battery is 22.8 volts still, a little above the threshold. The AC is running right now still. I got it set when the battery goes down below the threshold of the inverter. When I have below, like the AC turned on, it's gonna switch back to AC automatically and charge the batteries. As of now, on Labor Day, for a test, I'm going for 3 hours or until it switch over by itself. Oh yeah, we're still off the grid, running the house and the AC. Man, that's what I'm talking about. The status, as you can see. Now I'm gonna keep this on until it switches over. You know, it's going good. It's going great. This is what I'm looking for in my solar system. If it can run the house all day during the daytime, then I guess my system is up to the standard. It's robust. I'm still running a test on it. I'm still trying to see what all it can still do. I could put a little more on it because we're drawing half of the capacity of this 6,000 watt inverter. I said about 3,000 watts. Running everything, including the AC. All right.